Carol in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Hey, Carol, what's up?
Hi, Tom. First, thank you so much for educating all of us. I appreciate your positive attitude, but with regard to Democrats running as liberals, and then when they get elected and they get into office, to me, they seem to turn into moderate conservatives.
Yeah. Well, in fact, let me just share with you, if I may, very quickly, and then you can continue your rant. Is that all right, Carol?
Sure.
In my book, The Threshold, where I quote the Bill Clinton New Covenant speech, I follow that with a paragraph that says, as Adam Curtis brilliantly pointed out in a special documentary series he did for the BBC titled The Trap, a few weeks before Bill Clinton was to be sworn into office as President of the United States, he was visited by Goldman Sachs CEO Robert Rubin, who had just taken a $40 million paycheck for his last year with Goldman and would soon become the head of Clinton's economic team tasked with carrying out the New Covenant, and Alan Greenspan. Rubin and Greenspan sat the young president down and told him the facts of life. Clinton would not govern as an FDR liberal. Instead, he must cut government, free trade, and reduce regulation of business. Clinton complied and has been richly rewarded. In his second inaugural address, he declared the era of big government is over. Back to you.
Yes, and the same thing, I think, has happened with Obama.
I think so, too.
What it is, I think, is the people who paid for their campaigns are collecting, and especially now, that's what the TPP is all about.
I think you're right. I really do. I can come to no other conclusion with regard to the TPP than that even before 2008, I mean, before the election, that somebody sat down with Barack Obama and said, we will make you president. Here's the price.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I can think of.
So that's very discouraging, which is why I truly believe that Bernie is our answer.
Well, yes, and the other thing is people power. I mean, I refer you to my book, The Crash of 2016, and I wish it was free online like several of my books are, but it's not. But it is in libraries. You can read it in libraries, and you can read enough of it online on Amazon that you can probably read this chapter. That when FDR first came into office, he came into office planning to govern as a moderate. Right. I mean, he had campaigned on lowering tariffs and continuing the programs of Herbert Hoover. But when he came into office, every member of Congress, their desks were piled high with telegrams. He was overwhelmed. He had Frances Perkins as his Secretary of Labor. She was conspiring with his wife Eleanor to create the New Deal, and we and they pushed him. And I think that. I don't want to blame Obama's failures on us because I think it goes way beyond that. But Obama, I don't think, ever felt really seriously pushed by the American people to be a progressive. And whoever the next president is going to have to. Carol,
You're listening
thank you.
to Thom Hartmann.